Good morning, Sean Campus. Welcome to our Money Monday. Um, yeah, I'm excited for you guys to be able to keep reading and get through this book, Trash Man to the Trash Can, or Trash Can to the Trash. No, Trash Man to the Cash Man. Right. So um, the idea here is that we are able to just to grow you as much as possible by and reviewing books that I think will be helpful. So yeah, let's get into it. Um, see what we're sharing here. Supposed to be sharing a book. There we go. All right, so we're almost to the end actually, and um, let me get to our chapter. I think we are on chapter 11. I'll start reading it and then kind of go from there. So you have no competition. The next thing you want to do is understand what you have, that you have no competition. Most people believe that there is so much competition that they're afraid to even try. I was speaking this past year at my children's school in entrepreneurial class. One of the questions the student asked me was, Mr. Golden, what do you do about competition? My answer shocked this young lady. I told her there is no competition. I have no competition in business whatsoever. In fact, I have friends who are in the same business that I am. I recommend their products and promote them and their products to the people who are in my database because I am not worried about someone stealing my customers. Why? I have no competition. The reason I have no competition is because I don't base my financial model on the current philosophy of economics. The model basically states that competition is basically good because it makes business better, because it causes people to excel in business. While I do believe that we ought to seek to excel in business, I don't believe that there's any competition. Here's what I mean. What most people believe in an economic pie. You've heard people talk about getting their piece of pie. Some people don't want to become wealthy because they have bought into this philosophy. They believe that the economy is like a pie, and the more they get, the less there is for anybody else, or the more that those mean, bad, rich people get, the less there is for the rest of us. So I kind of remember us reading a little bit about this, and um, the idea was that there was some limit to what we had, and if you take one portion of the pie, then um, then what will happen is there's some missing. Abundance is not limited; it's infinite. And so us just being able to understand in infinite abundance says that there's more than enough for all of us. Right? In fact, the more that we get, the better that things get for everybody else. The economy really does work just like eating fruit off of a tree. So if you eat it and then you plant it, more grows. If I make more money and spend more of that money, everybody that I spend money with makes more money. It is easy to understand the concept of infinite abundance. The more you make, the more there is for everybody to make. So here's chapter 12. Since you can't beat them, join them. So many people have the philosophy of us against them because they have bought into this limited abundance philosophy. It's the have nots against the haves. My motto is why hate them? Don't be a hater, be a participator. Don't be a hater, be a celebrator. Don't be somebody who hates rich people. Don't be somebody who despises wealth, because somebody who creates, become somebody who creates wealth. Become the kind of person who is rich yourself. Then you don't have to be a hater anymore, because then you realize there is more than enough for everybody. You can never become wealthy if you are a person who hates wealthy people. You will not become something that you despise. So don't hate wealth and don't hate wealthy people, but join us. Become one of the elite. Become the kind of person who does the right things with their money or to create income, so that you can become the kind of person that has control over your own future. Give yourself some choices by becoming wealthy. Since you can't beat them, join them. We would love to have you join us on top of this great financial mountain. Remember, there is plenty of room at the top of the economic heap. It's the bottom of the heap that's crowded. With that in mind, I invite you to join me in millions of others who have made it to the top of financial Mount Everest. So in that chapter, it's interesting. It's a short chapter, but it's a good one. Since you can't beat them, join them. There's no point in us having a perspective of disliking or hating the people who have the things that we want to have, or there's no point in us turning the things that we would like to have into something bad. Right? The goal is to be able to switch our mindset over. In chapter 13, you can, if you can, say you can. So, of course, I've read this book before, and I like this chapter. I think it's super practical and useful. All right. So one of the most important factors in becoming rich is to have a money management system that tells you that you what to do with your money. You don't want to wait until you become rich to start managing your money. Start a money management system today. In this chapter, I'm going to lay out this simple yet powerful system for you. Follow it and you will become rich beyond your wildest imagination. Don't forget, whether you are rich, poor, or middle class is not determined by how much money you make, but what you do with money when you get it. I'm going to teach you what I call the money management principle of millionaires in this chapter. Follow this to the letter. The money management principle of millionaires teaches this philosophy. Philosophy: get all you can all you get, and your cans mean you can. If you are very diligent and faithful about managing your money will multiply. If you are haphazard in managing your money, it will be gobbled up by the little foxes. You can manage your money. You say, Myron, how do I manage my money? I say, get all you can all you get. Your cans mean you can. I want you to go to a home improvement store, go to Lowe's, Home Depot, or a hardware store and get 6 paint cans, gallon, quart, or pint. It doesn't matter. Then I want you to divide your money into 6 different categories using these cans. Can number one, I can tithe can. What I call your I can tithe can. Yes, I believe in tithing. I believe that you should tithe. I believe that you are not living off 100% of your income anyway, so you might as well tithe it. Tithing is, in my opinion, and from a biblical perspective, is giving 10% of your gross income back to God's work through the church. I don't believe that tithing and charity are the same thing. Understand that this is my opinion. I know that I know there are a lot of people that do give to charity for their tithe. That's okay if that's what you believe. I believe that tithing means you give back 10% to God, demonstrating that you trust Him as the one who provides for you. I believe that we can do a lot of things, a lot through our human effort, but I know for a fact that if God puts His blessing in the equation, then it will go to a completely different level. I like what Robert Allen and Mark Victor Hansen said in the book, The 1 Minute Millionaire. God knows where the gold is. So your first can is your I can tithe can. Take 10% of your gross and put it in your I can tithe can. Every Sunday when you go to church, you take that money out of your I can tithe can and you put it in your church or send it to your favorite charity if that is how you choose to do it. Can number two, I can finish free can. Number two can is your I can finish free can. This is your can that you are going to use to invest in things that can produce passive streams of income for you. This is your I can finish free can. 10% of your income goes into your I can tithe can. 10% of your income goes into your I can finish free can. The money in your I can finish free can, you can never spend. Not now, not 10 years from now, not 100 years from now, not 1,000 years from now. You never spend the money you put in your I can finish free can. Instead of spending this money, you buy businesses that can create passive income for you. You will be able to spend the profit that passive income creates for you. So let's say that you eventually buy a laundromat that costs you 350,000 from your I can finish free can energy to 170,000. a year while you own the laundromat. If you sell the laundromat, you have to put $350,000 back into the I Can Finish Free can. If you can get started in a network marketing company, you can use the money from this can to pay for your monthly requirements and till your network marketing business can pay it for you. When you start making money in your network marketing business, be sure to manage that money with your cans as well. Can number 3, I Can Educate Myself can. The next can is your I Can Educate Myself can. This is the can you use for personal development. Put 10% of your income in this can. This is what you use to go to seminars, buy audio programs, buy books. This is the money you use to educate yourself in the areas of expertise in which you are developing. Remember that I told you earlier in this book, one of the differences between rich people and poor people is that poor people entertain themselves and rich people educate themselves. Poor people spend a large amount of their money on entertainment, but rich people spend a large amount of their money on education. Or keep in mind, this is self-education, not necessarily higher education like college and grad school. One of the biggest reasons I became wealthy is because for years when I was broke, even before I stood the money management, I understood the money management principles of millionaires. I constantly invested in my own mind. I've invested over $80,000 in my own self-education in the last 10 years. I've invested $10,000 this year, and it's July. I went to a marketing conference last month and it cost me $12.95 to attend. While I was there, I bought another $5,000 worth of home study courses. I was able to do this not just because I'm rich, but because of my I Can Educate Myself can. This can this can will pay for all your personal development materials, workshops, and seminars. If you can even pay for all of your transport, it can even pay for all of your transportation and lodging. You may be wondering, why would you spend that kind of money? Because the best investment you can make is not in real estate or the stock market. The best investment you will ever make will be the investment that you make into your own mind. The second best investment that you can make is the investment into your own business or businesses. I urge you to invest in personal development. Not only do I invest in my own personal development, all my millionaire friends, number one category for investment is their own mind through personal development. Remember, the most important investment you will ever make is the investment you will make in your own mind. It always pays the highest returns. Can number 4, I Can Save What I can. You've got your I Can Tithe can, you've got your I Can Finish Free can, you've got your I Can Educate Yourself can, myself can. Now you have your I Can Save for What I Want can. The I Can Save for What I Want can be used for several things. You put money in this to save for your vacation. If you want to buy a new car, you save for your down payment. If you want to buy new furniture, you save for your new furniture in your I Can Save for What I Want can. Also, if you have an emergency come up and the refrigerator goes out and the car breaks down, you use the money in this can for those kinds of expenses. This is your I Can Save for What I Want can. If you want to go on a shopping spree, you save up your money in your I Can Save What I Want can. Save for What I Want can. Can number 5, I Can Have Fun can. The 5th can is one of my favorites. It's your I Can Have Fun can. The can has a stipulation on it. You have to spend all of the money in your I Can Have Fun can every month. This is the money that you blow every month on yourself doing something that you think is fun. I'm talking about a shopping spree if you have to shop. I'm talking about golf if you love to golf. I'm talking about going out to eat at a fine restaurant or a massage, a $200 massage, whatever it is that you are into that is really fun for you. Use that money every month and on fun activities. That can will make you rich because you want to make more money so you can put more and more and more into your I Can Have Fun can. This can will help you to conquer some of the deserved issues you may have. When you start blowing money on yourself, you start feeling like you're worth it. You also get used to having nice things and having nice things done for you. This can will change your life. Can number 6, I Can Pay My Bills can. That's 5 of the 6 cans. The last can is your I Can Pay My Bills can. 50% of your money goes in the can. In this can, this is the money you use for your car payment, house payment, your utilities, insurance, or your food. This is the money that you use for your living expenses. This is your I can pay my bills can. You pay all your monthly household expenses out of this can. Are you thinking you can't live off half of your income? If that is what you are thinking, don't worry. Here are a couple of things that you can do to fix it. Simplify your life. If you can't live off half of your income, sell the car that you have to make payments on and buy a cheaper one that does not that you can pay for with cash. Downgrade your house. Do whatever you have to do to lower your monthly expenses. If you are married, combine both incomes and then manage the money using the cans. If you don't want to keep cash in the cans, open a separate account for each category and keep the ledgers for each account in its own can. Get to the point where you can live off of half of your income. Use the money management principle of millionaires to get yourselves off over the top. The benefits of using the cans will start to show up in a very short period of time. Remember, get all you can all you get, and your cans mean you can. Now that we've gone through all of the principles and from the trash man to the cash man, we'll look at some money traps to avoid. Remember, your financial journey, there will be some on your financial journey, there will be some traps that must be avoided in order to find your fortune. There are 24 money traps that you have to avoid in order to be on your way to becoming wealthy. You can eliminate the pitfalls that keep most poor people in poverty for their entire lives and even for future generations. We're going to look at 13 mental treasure traps, and then we're going to look at 13 practical treasure traps. All right, we'll pick up here next week. Those this chapter kind of flows. This next chapter kind of flows really good. All right, we'll talk to you guys soon. Enjoy your week. Take care.